Welcome to West Coast Wednesday here on Prospectors Radio with Kathleen Biffle, Rich Cooley, Scott Swiftwater Toney, Indiana Gold Hunter, Dennis Dayton, and your host, Tim Grimes. We hope you enjoy the show, and thanks again for listening.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another edition of Prospector Radio here on West Coast Wednesday. Joining me tonight, I got two of the co-hosts here. First off, we got Mr. Rich Cooley. How are you, Rich?
I'm here. How we doing?
Doing good, man. How are you?
I had to mix it up tonight.
Oh, well, that's that's always
I'm
good.
doing good. Doing good.
Doing good? You enjoying the warmer weather?
Yeah, I'm ready to start dredging.
Yeah, when it gets warmer, it just gets you more antsy to get out, don't it?
Oh yeah, I've been ready for a while now. It's just nice weather, 70-degree weather. That's awesome.
70. I think it made it up into the 80s here today.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
I think it was only like 75 here today.
It's like Kathleen said, we weren't.
But that's good enough for me.
But where was spring? We didn't have a spring.
It was 87 degrees.
Wow.
We had, what, snow? I don't know.
It doesn't jive. We had like one day of spring, I think it was. Now we went right into summer. It's like, what is this? Welcome to Ohio. That's all I can say. Man, but you got your garden all done, Rich, and you're good to go?
No, actually, no. I'm waiting because there still could be some frost, maybe. You never know. So
is there?
I might buy my plants this weekend, top off my potatoes because they're starting to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Mound them up a little bit more, and then maybe next weekend put the plants in, probably.
So you think we might get a frost? One more?
Well, you never know. They say this week should be the last week, but you never know.
Isn't it like you're supposed to wait until after Mother's Day or something? And then you
well, they usually say around the beginning of May.
Is that what it is? Something like that?
Yeah, first, second week of May. So, yeah, about Mother's Day.
And then you should be safe. Put your veggies
yeah, that's what
in,
they say.
and you're good to go. Man, nice. You're not working on no builds, no equipment? Not yet?
No. I've got a bunch of stuff to do at home there, honey-do lists, and get stuff ready. That way I don't have to worry about doing it later. If I get it all done now,
then you're good to
go.
Don't
have to worry about it. Got a bunch. I'm a hoarder sometimes. I hoard, and then eventually I got to clean it up because I trip over stuff. So.
I know what you mean. I'm just as bad sometimes.
So I got to get stuff cleaned up and get ready for dredging season.
It's right around the corner for you. Very soon. I know it. It's coming.
Yep. I'll be hopefully traveling a bunch of places this year, so stay tuned. I'll let you guys know.
Cool, brother. Sounds good. And, man, I want to thank you for being here tonight, as always.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
Oh, our pleasure. Also joining us, we got our very own Miss Kathleen Biffle. How are you, Kathleen?
Hot. You know I had to complain. Yeah. Come on. No, I'm loving this weather. I really am loving it.
I am too. But where's spring is my big question.
Exactly. My allergies are bad, and it's just a different kind of hot here. It's like a heavy hot.
It is. It definitely is. It's weird.
But on the bright side, we got to prospect last weekend, and we're going to get to go out this weekend. So I'm really excited.
Good for you. And I bet the koi are happy.
Yeah, they're swimming around, and I'm feeding them now because they're very interested in the food. And,
and they're warm.
And then some, yeah. They start eating the plants. I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah, they're hungry. Time to feed the fish. Yeah. Yes.
That's pretty cool.
But are your trees all blooming and everything out there?
You know, my magnolia tree did not make it through this hard winter. I'm so sad about that.
Oh, bummer.
Man. It just sticks.
Oh.
But it's not completely dead, and the lady said you could bring them back. So I've been taking care of it. It probably won't bloom this year, but if we have another cold winter next winter like this one, it's gone.
Right.
Won't make it.
It won't make another one. But if we have one of them mild winters,
right,
it'll come back hopefully.
And I love those flowers and just how they smell.
Yeah, that time of year, springtime, which I don't believe we had yet, but it's nice to see them blooming and the smells, and That is always great. But isn't that a new magnolia tree? Is it not?
No, I've had that for 4 years. And it usually does fine, and then all of a sudden this, like, all the leaves look like they got frost burnt, just burnt.
Okay. Yeah, right. I guess it freezer
It was
burned.
just so cold.
But at least it's warm now. It's too warm, but I'm not going to complain.
Yep. I'm loving it. I really am, because it just makes it brighter too. The sun is shining, and things are just bearable.
Yeah, right. You don't have to put on a coat in the morning. You're good. You don't have to warm your car up.
And I get to wear open-toed shoes.
There you go. And that's an important thing, I'm sure.
Yes.
It's all good. So hopefully the water warms up a little this week too, and that way when you go next week, it'll be warmer.
I think it'll be perfect.
Yeah.
This because, well, I shouldn't have jinxed myself, so I won't say anything.
No, don't do that. Don't want to jinx yourself.
No, I don't want to scare it.
No, you want it to be, well, kind of like today would be nice, wouldn't it?
I want the dredging gods to be good to me.
Oh, you'll be wearing that coat again.
Oh, no.
No, I've retired the coat.
Coats are going in the closet. No more coats. It's officially summertime here.
Well, we just got snow and rain here.
We've seen you got snow, but it's not coming this way. Oh, no.
Oh.
So you guys got some rain.
And snow.
Well, that's good. I'm sure it lasted for like a minute.
Yeah.
Well, that was up in Flagstaff, not in Phoenix, so that doesn't count. So, yeah, we got snow too up in Alaska.
No, it wasn't snowing in Flagstaff. It snowed higher than that.
Good point, Shad. Snow.
We want to live. We were looking at different areas there in Arizona, Scott, and there's a place called Top of the World.
Yeah.
That's where I want to live.
Top of the world.
Top of the world.
Top of the world.
Top of the world. Why is it called Top of the World?
Because it's on top of the world.
All right, good. Okay.
High on the hill.
I should have seen that coming. Got it. Is it called Top of the World, Arizona?
Top of the World, Arizona. Yeah, it is.
It's even got hyphens in it.
Really? Ooh, fancy.
And it's like 10 degrees cooler.
Ooh, fancy. 10 degrees cooler and got hyphens. I like it. We'll have to look that up, Kathleen. That's pretty cool.
we saw a property there that's for sale, so we're like, well, if it's there in 2 years,
we'll take it.
Get it.
We'll take it.
I like the way you shop.
Well, we have to be, we're going to have to think outside the box a little bit to get what we want and, what we're thinking. You know what I mean?
Right, of course.
So we're just going to have to get creative.
Right. This is true.
But we've got 2 years of fact-finding to do, and, we've got to do our homework.
You could do a lot of research in that amount of time. Yeah.
You always need to do your homework before you do... I don't know. That's just me because I'm a risk manager. So
no, it makes sense.
I got to calculate all the risks, but
it's a smart move. It really is a smart move because you're just.
I'm just not as spontaneous as I thought.
This way, you're just not jumping into something and then not be happy in too much.
Well, the realtor he's lived in Arizona all his life, and he gave us information that we never really thought about.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, he goes, well, if you're going to live out here, this is what you need to look for.
Really?
So.
Yeah. Well, good. Absorb all that info. That way you could share it with us.
I am.
Awesome, Kathleen. Now, I know you got some news for us tonight.
I got a lot of news.
Got a lot of news. Got some fun facts.
I have some fun facts and a little bit of entertainment news as well.
Oh, very cool.
Just throwing it all in there.
The whole gambit going in there tonight. That is cool. Well, awesome.
The fun facts are kind of neat.
I always enjoy the fun facts. Well, awesome. I want to thank you for being here, as always. And,
good to be here.
Glad you're enjoying the nice weather. All right. Also joining us, we got the other half of the Biffles. We got Mr. Shad Biffle. How are you, Shad?
Oh, happy West Coast Wednesday.
Happy. It sure is. What's going on, man?
Oh, not too much, you know. I mean, like Kathleen wears open-toed shoes. At least I can run around in my skivvies and not be cold, so I'm good.
That makes you happy, right?
Oh, always.
He frightens the UPS guy, I'm sure.
Oh, my God. He answers the door like that?
Like answering a door in your skivvies with a sword and a gun in your hand, screaming
and
at
5
him.
barking German shepherds, you know.
You're that crazy man that they don't like to deliver to, probably. They talk about you at the hub in the morning.
Other times I just walk around the front yard twitching a lot until they bring the package up to the door.
Well, we got to get the exterior of our house painted.
Uh-oh.
So that'll be interesting with the dogs.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one. Is Shad going to do it?
No.
Oh.
No.
We want Prospect.
Yeah, that would take all of our weekends in the summer.
Yeah, it would. That's a lot of painting, right? And that's never no fun. Ugh.
Unless we get paintball guns and just start shooting at
I
it.
like that.
It's art.
We'll all just come out and have at it. That'd be
Then
fun.
the HOA definitely would give us a note.
You would get a letter then, I think. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You just call it abstract art, like you said.
I think you're on an idea there. We could get free labor by doing the Cronies Club outing.
In your yard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That'd be fun.
And everybody gets a paintbrush.
And then they can pet the koi. You know?
Exactly. I like it.
In Swiftwater, you'll have to like mail us some food to cater.
Yes,
so
a
there
barbecue.
we go.
Yep.
Look at that. Already solved the problem.
Problem solving at its
a good
finest.
Sounds like a
Shad.
plan.
It does. The house is painted in one weekend. Done. Easy peasy. I like it, Shad.
There you
Genius.
go.
Man, so you looking forward to going out this weekend, Shad?
Always. I mean, at least temperature-wise, it's going to be really nice, you know, in the Midwest and the mid-upper 70s, lows only in the 60s, upper 50s. I mean, it's perfect.
Yeah, that is perfect, right?
You know, I think there's a chance of rain on Friday, but the weekend's pretty good, so...
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it should be good. Won't be freezing as much this time.
Right. It'd be a lot better this weekend than last weekend. So, water should be warmer. You should be good to go for sure, buddy. So.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, definitely. Now, you got your birthdays and precious metal prices. You want to do them now?
Oh, yes, I do.
All right.
I'll start with the precious metal prices first,
Alrighty.
of course.
Okay.
Anybody that's been watching gold prices, they have tumbled.
Uh-oh.
I won't go into details because I believe Kathleen has a good story if you heard that foot stomp.
Uh-huh.
No, I,
You don't?
we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
We'll take this offline.
Wow.
Go on.
Anyways, gold has really fallen just this week, really. So it closed today at $1,306.
Okay.
So it's up $1 from yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Silver, though, is up 22 cents to $16.36.
Okay.
Now, platinum's only up $1, but it fell, and it's at $893.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Palladium, though, surged ahead $17 and closed at $958. So, yeah.
Well, gold at least still at 13 mark, barely, but it's there.
Barely, yeah.
It's just hanging on.
Dollar's stronger, but who knows? Anything can happen.
Yeah, big difference from last week, but we shall see what happens Sunday.
Never know. This could be a time to buy, you know?
It could be, right, before skyrockets.
Find that gold now.
That's right.
There you go.
But we are not investment advisors. You forgot your disclosure.
Do it. Scott Swiftwater, Toney said do it. It's cool. And Dennis Dayton. Goodbye. Put it all in it.
I heard Dennis.
Yeah.
Is he warming up?
Oh, yes, he is. Is he ready, I think? I think he is. Here he goes.
Take it from the top, Big D.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
You know, you got gotta think. I think somebody just jumped on the chat room and tuned in. And Benjamin Tyler says, "Am I on time?" You know, and he comes in to the show during Dennis singing.
Yeah, to that.
Happy birthday.
It's like, am I at the right place?
Sorry about that, Benjamin. Don't take it against us. But it is February. Wow. I'm used to the European dates that are all backwards on me. So May 2nd. All right. Today's birthday, Bill Varner, Bob Jones, Chase Merritt, Colin Anderson, Daryl Armstrong, Eldon King, John Banyan, Lynn Chupin, Norman Mansky, Peter Emmerich, Randy Gowdy, Ray Porter, Robert Snodgrass, and Sarah Armstrong. And tomorrow, happy birthday, Cal. There you have it.
Oh,
Cal.
Happy birthday, everybody. And Dennis, thank you
Happy
for the
birthday.
song. Yeah.
Happy day, happy day.
Man, very cool. Well, Shad, thank you, my friend. Thank you for being here. And we look forward to talking to you a little more here in the show later on, okay? All
Sounds
right.
good.
All right. Also joining us, we got some stranger who stumbled in. Our very own Mr. Scott Swiftwater Toney. How are you, Scott?
Oh, my goodness.
Is that Barbecue Boy?
It's barbecue boy.
Barbecue boy. Yeah, I'm doing good. Had some stuff I had to do last weekend that kind of killed me, but this week's been pretty good. Starting out, you know, the old Can't Stop Smoking barbecue's working. You know, it's a job, and
That's
we're
right.
making it happen. And if there's any of my patrons that are out there listening tonight, because some of them know that I do have a radio show, I want to thank them for their patience and understanding that I do have a show tonight. And exiting the building promptly at 6 o'clock.
So,
Hey, Tim, is that you in a chopper right now or something?
No.
Flying above?
He's gonna do the
no,
traffic.
that's Scott. He's doing the traffic report. Yeah.
Doing the traffic report.
Well, I mean, it's sometimes you got to thank them because they do understand that I do the radio show, and I don't want to say, okay, you got to go at 6.
Yeah.
So it is business, so yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
you
I try to get everybody in here that I possibly can before I got to close the door. And I had some people here sitting, and they were sitting here for a good half hour, 45 minutes eating a meal. And when I started to pick up the outside tables and stuff, and he goes, "You trying to give me a hint?" I said, "No, I'm just moving around you, but I'm going to be doing a radio show in about 4 minutes." So they're like, "Oh, okay, I'm out."
Oh, I thought they might want to sit there and watch you.
That's great customer service.
Yes, it is.
They knew that I was very nice.
Yeah, we know. We've seen you in action. And he is very, very courteous to the patrons.
Oh, he's awesome.
He's a man. Scott.
It's good barbecue, so you can't beat that.
It was really good.
It's worth it.
If you're in the area down where he shopped at, you got to go check it out. It's good.
Yeah, believe it or not, we're pretty close to OAMB prospecting.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's cool.
I'm thinking like maybe, what do you think, Shad, 2 or 3 blocks?
Yeah, it's not too far.
Oh, yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Almost in walking distance, really.
Wow.
Yeah, I popped around the corner one day. I was like, wait a minute. I know those statues. Heck, I'm right down. I was like, wow, I didn't think I was that close.
Oh, man, so you can get some barbecue and then go up the road and get you a pan, right? You're in business.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
I've had a couple guys ask me already, like where they could get pans and stuff like that. And one guy was in here and he wanted those little the glass vials that we color the gold in. He was looking for them for carrying gunpowder in for some kind of reload or some kind of little pistol that he had.
Huh.
And I told him, I said, well, you can go down to A&B and pick them up all day long. He's like, hey, where's that at? And I tell him where it was at. And sure enough, he come back and he's like, well, I bought this and I bought the thing and then I bought a gold pan. So he goes $50 later.
But he got all he needed, didn't he?
Oh yeah, he got everything he needed, and he was happy about it. But yeah, it's like I said, it's been a fun weekend and a fun week. And I think not this week. It's only the 2nd, right? Yeah. So anyway, the 12th, I'm really excited, man. The 12th, I'm excited. I'm going to go see the Harley Flat Track races here at Turf Paradise in Arizona, and I'm excited. Man, they're always awesome to watch. I love watching them.
Well, that's cool. So if anybody's going to that, they can look for you there, can't they?
I'll be on the top floor.
Top floor. So got to be there. Stop by and say hi to him. He'd like for you to do that. That's cool, Scott. Man.
Yeah, you never know who you see out there. You
No,
know?
right, you don't. You know, you definitely
Cool.
don't. Awesome.
Well, I'm sure Swifty will be wearing them killer boots he got, too.
I bet
Oh,
he
those
will.
Biker boots.
Those are awesome boots.
Killer
I'm telling
boots,
you,
man.
they are awesome. They got protection in the front, the back, and then on both ankles inside. They got little pucks that go onto your ankle fastened into the boot. And they're actually for pretty much like flat track racing or hill climbing. You know, that's the old vintage style boots, and they did a little twist on them and put a zipper on the inside like a pair of jumper boots, but they still have all the buckles on the outside like the old time boots. And I'll tell you what, these boots are made. they're not going to tear up in a year. I can guarantee you that.
Oh, that's good.
Well, where else are you going to get 4-inch platinum boots or platform boots, man?
Them platform boots.
You're finally over 5 feet, buddy. Good job.
Boots may look bigger in the picture than intended.
Yeah.
May appear larger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Larger than actual size. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were huge.
Yeah, somebody asked me if they were gold digger boots. I was like, what? I was like, nah. I don't think you can get in the holes with buckles on your shoes, but
No, protect you from the snakes.
That's right.
Yeah, there you go.
yeah, you know that is a good thing about those because they are thick. They're thick leather all the way up to the tops.
Mm-hmm. See?
But you know, Scott ain't going out there when there's snakes there anyway.
Ah, gotcha.
I've been there before, but that's like I said, that's the last of the season, and you see a couple rattlesnakes, you probably got a month before you got to get out of there.
Really?
Oh, it gets too hot.
Interesting. Pretty cool, Scott. Well, I'm glad you're here tonight, buddy. We're glad you made it. And you know, thank you for being here. We appreciate it.
Boy.
All right. And on that note, I think what we'll do, Kathleen, let's do a quick commercial from Amra, and then we'll come back with Dredging Up the News. What do you think?
Sounds good.
All right. We'll be right back, everybody.
Do you like to mine for gold? Enjoy prospecting a nice crack in the bedrock? Enjoy getting outdoors to camp, fish, hunt, and hike on your public lands? You plan your trip, load the gear, grab the dog, put the family in the truck, and drive off to a locked gate. A sign says you cannot enter or access your own public lands. Mining claims and public land owned by we the people are being designated as off limits by our own government every single day. Are you concerned about the direction our government is going? Are you tired of seeing no access, no entry signs on your lands? We are, and we are fighting back. We are AMRA, America Mining Rights Association, the fastest growing small mining advocacy association in America. AMRA is a 501c3 not-for-profit formed by miners, hunters, off-roaders, retired military men, and women to stop the insanity. AMRA was formed to educate, unite, and help the small miners and public land users on their rights given to us by God. Do you want access to great mining claims? For a small tax-deductible donation to their Miners Legal Fund, your family gains access to proven excellent mining claims across America for an entire year. AMRA challenges the USFS, BLM, EPA, and the other agencies intent upon stopping you from enjoying your own lands. You are who pays these people's wages. It is time they listen to us. We need to unite. And that is what AMRA is doing. As you sit here right now, thousands of acres of public lands are being closed, locked, and blocked from use by you. Are you fed up yet? Join us. Get in on this fight and let's restore America to what our families fought and died for. Freedom. Just visit AmericanMiningRights.com. AmericanMiningRights.com. Also, check us out on Facebook at American Mining Rights Association. AmericanMiningRights.com.
It is time for Dredging Up the News with Kathleen Biffle. Mining news from around the globe, metal detecting, dredging, entertainment news, and fun facts as well. Here's Kathleen.
All right, everybody. It is the 2nd of May, 2018. Welcome to West Coast Wednesday News. I'm going to start off doing a story locally. Last Friday, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers issued its long-anticipated approval on the final environmental impact statement for the Big Donlin Gold Mining Project. This project is near the Kuskokwim River. The project will be one of the world's largest gold mines, and it would require approximately $6.7 billion investment by its owners. The owners are Barrick Gold and Nova Gold Resources. The project would include a 315-mile, 14-inch pipeline built from the Matanuska Susna Burrow. Anyway.
Got it.
It's in Alaska. Anyway.
It's in Alaska.
There you go. That's the way to recover.
So this will carry natural gas to the mine. Donlin Gold is at Donlin Creek, 220 miles west of Anchorage, and 10 miles from the village of Crooked Creek on the Kuskokwim River. I probably butchered it. Oh boy. But anyway, this is a major thing for the area. It's going to help use Alaska's vast natural resources. The Donlin Gold Project still has a long way to go in the permitting process, and this is even before construction and operations can begin. So they're almost there. They're at the next step. It's supposed to be done later this year. Okay. So, it's a long process to get all the permitting.
Sure.
Donlin Gold is on land owned by Alaska Native corporations in the region, so they need to make sure that they follow all the rules. Right. Under the terms of the 1971 Alaska Native Claims Settlement Act, they would share 70% of its royalty revenues with other Alaska Native regional and village corporations.
Okay.
So if they do build it, it's going to take like 4 years, and it's going to employ like 3,000 people.
A lot of jobs there.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they got to go through signing all the leases for the reservation land, too.
Right. There's a lot of paperwork, I'm sure.
Yeah, buddy.
But that's the 3,000 will build the mine. But then after that, they're saying that it'll be an additional 7,300 jobs in the area.
Dang. That's a lot of jobs.
Yeah, because with people working, you got to have stores and then restaurants, and I see it working like that.
It's going to really make the economy.
How many billion did you say they were going to have?
That was 3.6 billion. Oh, no, $6.7 billion. That was way off.
Wow.
Billion. Wow.
I know.
A lot. Yeah. Amazing.
Alaska's making a lot of news tonight, by the way.
Okay. That's
and
cool.
It's nice and cool up there, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a cool find. This actually came into an antique store called the Alaska Picker, and this happened last week. But these two gold pans painted by none other than Bob Ross.
No way.
No
way.
Trees and all that.
That guy was funny if I've seen anybody.
And I used to watch that show all the time.
I love that show.
It was a painting machine.
And I think I was in college taking art too, and I would go out and get one of those fan paintbrushes so I could paint happy little trees.
Yeah.
That's funny because I did the same thing when I was in elementary school. So
we won't talk about the age gap. Anyway. So, if some of you don't remember, Bob Ross, he hosted an instructional show called The Joy of Painting. Mm-hmm. It ran on PBS from 1983 to 1994. I didn't realize it went all the way to 1994, but before that, he was in the Air Force, and he was stationed at Eielson Air Force Base, and this was in the early 1970s. Well, according to the owner of the antique store, Alaska Picker, the gold pans are very rare finds. Two items that came into the shop this past week are definitely they're like the top 3 rarest and best Alaska items ever.
Wow.
I don't know if that's true, but that's what the owner said.
Maybe.
But anyway, he painted them early in his career, so maybe they would be. I guess the person who originally bought them for $25 each, but today they are worth $3,500.
Oh,
wow.
Yes, and they sold those gold pans in one day to 2 different people.
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice to have.
I think that's kind of neat, though.
Yeah,
It's neat, but I don't know if it's like the rarest.
That would be
Yeah, but he
cool.
had a lot of followers, though. You know.
Yeah. I would think like a mammoth tusk would be really rare.
Dude, they
You
find
know.
those in their backyard every
Hell,
day.
they must.
Come on.
That's where the gold is.
Yeah. All right. Here's a story about diamonds. Kind of. Gold and diamond companies, including Berkshire Hathaway Inc.'s Richline Group, they joined with IBM to develop something called blockchain technology.
Mm-hmm.
And this is used to track the origin of jewelry to make sure that it was ethically sourced. This joint initiative is called Trust Chain, and it aims to make it easier for consumers to track diamonds and precious metals through the supply chain as they become finished pieces of jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
So this technology, initially to test it out, tracked 6 styles of diamond and gold engagement rings. It is expected to be available to consumers by the end of 2018. Blockchain, which first emerged as the system powering cryptocurrency Bitcoin, is a shared database that is maintained by a network of computers connected to the internet. Other companies in the industry have started to use this technology, and I mean they're going to be able to track gems from the day that they were dug from the earth.
Oh, wow.
I mean that's crazy.
That's pretty cool.
That's kind of neat though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I wonder if like they come with papers like this diamond was mined and such. I don't know.
Maybe.
That's kind of cool, I think.
That'll probably be part of the allure of it.
Yeah. Weird.
It's be the diamond fox. Or a fax instead of the car
fax.
Yeah. Show me the diamond fax.
The gemstone facts.
Has this fucking been in an accident? I gotta know.
That's pretty cool, though.
Oh, so the next story comes out of South Dakota. This is Rockford, South Dakota. A company that hopes to mine for gold near Rockford. What they're saying is that they will not use water from Rapid Creek for any mineral processing. The company is Vancouver-based Mineral Mountain Resources, and it's currently conducting exploratory drilling on private plots near the area, near Rockford. They informed the State Department of Environment and Natural Resources that they will seek alternative arrangements for a water supply. Mm-hmm. Mineral Mountain Resources is weighing its options to find these new water sources. This development is because of environmentalists in the Black Hills raising concerns about potential pollutions to the creek. So the holes that they're drilling for exploring, they're only like 3 inches wide, and or no, they have a circumference of 3 inches. I don't know if that's bigger or what, but anyway, they can be up to 1,000 feet deep.
Wow. Yeah, the cores, right?
Yeah, when they're doing some research. But what they say is after the hole is inspected, they actually fill it with bentonite grout. I don't know what that is, but that's a lot of grout. The filling is used to protect the surrounding area in earth and groundwater from potential pollution. The full gold mine operation would not happen for several years, but if it does, an underground mining operation could potentially create thousands of jobs.
Oh, nice. More jobs.
More jobs, yeah. It's always a good thing. This is kind of an interesting story I came across in San Francisco.
Okay.
This is going on right now, evidently. An old 80s story is coming to life. Evidently, an obscure 36-year-old mystery book has treasure hunters today digging through San Francisco parks. They're hunting for the supposedly precious stones hidden since the early 1980s. The alleged treasure has never been found, but the book's recent feature in that show, and I did do an article way back on it. Expedition Unknown on Discovery Channel.
Oh,
they did a
okay.
series of the caches, I guess.
Right.
You there? I lost her too.
Kathleen? Kathleen. Uh-oh. Guess that internet didn't work, Rich.
Well, I thought their internet was good.
It was doing good. And then...
Anyway, people used to play games like that, didn't they? But...
Kathleen, we lost
There
you
she
at
is.
Discovery Channel.
Really? I mean, I never did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we lost you at Discovery Channel.
Yes. So, anyway, this buried treasure that these folks are looking for, it's not even like guaranteed to be there, but it has the San Francisco Recreation Parks a little concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Surprise, surprise. They really don't want people digging around in the parks.
Right. Which makes sense.
But anyway, the book doesn't actually say that there is a treasure in San Francisco, but like I said, the hardcore fans, they seem to think that it is a clue, I guess. And they started this wiki that was devoted all to the secret. Okay. So these people are going out and doing that. They've narrowed their search to a small section of path at the top of an outdoor stairwell in Golden Gate Park. But the path is currently paved with asphalt. So, anyway, if you're going to go to San Francisco to dig for treasure, you better ask first.
Yep.
The city will be unhappy. They want treasure hunters to be escorted by treasure rangers.
What?
I didn't know that existed. Because they know all about tree roots and irrigation lines. So you need to consult with one of these guys.
You need to consult with a treasure ranger.
A treasure ranger.
A treasure ranger.
And you know what? This cask, it doesn't even contain the treasure. All it has is a key to a safe deposit box that supposedly contains a precious gem of some sort.
Oh, okay.
But unfortunately, we will never know if it's true or not because Byron Priest passed away in the year 2005.
Oh, the plot thickens. Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I thought that was kind of
It
interesting.
is kind of cool, though.
All right, so now we're in global news.
Okay.
This one's in Venezuela. Following an operation against illegal mining in the north central Carabobo state. That's what it says, too. I think I pronounced that one right.
Sounded good. Carabobo.
All right. Well, illegal miners have created unions. These unions will be in charge of controlling gold trading activities. Such illicit organizations operate in the area. The area is called Negra Matea, where food items are also sold illegally. People can only pay by cash. Such practice has become common in the country because it's battling one of its worst economic crises, with food shortages pushing at least 80% of the population towards a situation of food insecurity, and annual inflation rates reaching 8,900%.
Wow.
I can't even imagine that. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, and I've reported before about, it's just kind of taken off as like the drugs did back in the day.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. The drug trafficking. So anyway, that's concerning.
Now they're going to be trafficking food?
Well, they're going to be trafficking everything. Now they're pretty much going to own these little towns.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
it's kind of weird,
that's concerning to the residents, of course, because the river and all of its tributaries in the area provide the drinking water to the towns in the region.
Right. So. Yeah. Kind of strange, though. Illegal miners forming a union?
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
That is weird.
It's just strange.
Well, I wonder if the government's in on it.
I don't know. They will.
Well, the old saying, he who owns the water owns the towns.
Yes, I was getting ready to... I thought of that. I'm like, yep, it's all about who's going to own the water.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I watched an interesting documentary on the aquifers there out west, and where it started and originated. But it was pretty interesting. I can't remember the name of the documentary though. Huh. Water Wars, maybe.
Oh, maybe Water Wars. Yeah,
something like that. But it was really interesting. Anyway, I kind of went off the subject.
That's okay. You're allowed to wander.
Well, that story's over. We are now in the Dominican Republic.
Okay.
So, residents from La Penida, La Cerca, El Naranjo, and Las Luganas, they're located in the central province of Sanchez Ramirez in the Dominican Republic. They're rallying against EnviroGold. They say the miners' activities are polluting several water sources in the area, and they demand to be relocated. Protesters talked to TV stations in the area. They showed how the running water that they receive from these local rivers have been declared unfit for human consumption, given its green-like color and bad smell. Yeah. It's green water. They say the company has been forced to provide them with bottled water.
Okay.
Yeah, so when the water goes downstream to the nearby farms, dozens of the animals are dying. Oh. Many people are also suffering from skin problems and other health-related issues. Jeez. But the company has said that such discharges are legal and authorized by the Ministry of the Environment, and that they are done at a slow pace to minimize the impact.
It ain't working.
I don't think
Sounds like
so.
government payoff there.
Yeah.
Just ignore the fact you're glowing. It's okay. It'll go away.
And your animals are dying from drinking.
Pay no attention to the green water.
Yeah, it ain't working.
This one's kind of cool. This one, this is about Egyptian billionaire Naguib Sawiris. Anyway, he told Bloomberg in an interview from Cairo just this week that he sees gold surging up to $1,800 an ounce while the overvalued stock market hits the skids. So gold was down, like Shad said, almost 1%.
Right.
This billionaire is the second richest man, Egypt's second richest man, that is, behind his younger brother. He's putting his money and investing half of his $5.7 billion net worth in gold.
Dang.
He has grown his wealth by investing in Egypt's telecom sector, as well as in less popular markets like Iraq, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and even North Korea. So if there was ever a peace deal, it could definitely deliver him some nice profits. He's quoted as saying, "In the end, you have China, and they will not stop consuming."
Nope.
And people also tend to go to gold during crisis, and we are in full crisis right now. He said, look at the Middle East and the rest of the world, and Mr. Trump doesn't help. I don't know what that even means, but
I don't know.
Anywho, he's banking on that gold to go back up to $1,800 an ounce, and he's investing $5.7 billion. Man. He's going to make some money.
Yeah, but you heard what he just said. He's investing. So that doesn't mean he's buying gold necessarily. He could be buying he could be purchasing the equipment for a big payback. There's several loopholes probably, I think, in that story.
I guess investing could be a lot of things, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you invest in gold, it includes a lot of different things. So so we don't know what he's doing exactly, but $5.7 billion, that's
a lot.
That's a lot of monopoly money.
That's a lot of cheese. A lot of cheese there, Kathleen.
Yes, it is. So I'm going to turn it over to my partner in crime to give us some local events.
Take it away.
You heard it here first, people. Kathleen needs to take a breather from talking. But for all you West Coast people out there, here's some local events coming your way. In Douglas County, California, members of the Umpqua Gem and Mineral Club are holding its 48th annual show this weekend at the Douglas County Fairgrounds. So this club describes themselves as a educational, nonprofit, family-oriented group of people that share a common interest in geology, lapidary arts, and jewelry. So what to expect there? Demonstrators will explain silversmithing, sphere making, thunder egg and coconut cutting, I wonder what Thunder Egg is.
Ain't that like a geode? I think.
I think what they call Thunder, that's like a little geode,
Yeah,
I
it's a
think.
smaller one, ain't it?
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense then. But also wire wrapping, rock drilling, art on rocks and wood, and much more.
Cool.
The show runs Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. in the Douglas Hall at the fairgrounds. And the cool thing about this, admission is free.
That is cool.
So if you're in the area, you may want to check that out. Sounds interesting.
That's Douglas County, California.
Yep.
I don't know exactly where that is.
It's in California on the West Coast.
Yep.
Moving on. Idaho. Celebrate Idaho Preservation Month from noon to 5 p.m. at the Idaho Museum of Mining and Geology.
That's Saturday, May 12th.
Yep, Saturday, May 12th. And the address is 2455 Old Penitentiary Road in Boise. There'll be geode cracking and gold panning, a lecture at 1 p.m. Titled "Putting It Back the Way We Found It: Mine Site Remediation and Restoration" by historian Troy Lambert. There is a cover charge for $5 for general admission. However, it's free for IMMG members.
Mm-hmm.
So you can also learn more at the idahomuseum.org. So
Cool.
pretty cool there.
Very cool little event.
So if you're in Idaho, go check it out.
Mm-hmm.
But let's circle back down here to Arizona, where the Bureau of Land Management,
Good luck with that.
Hacienda Field Office, has published the Black Canyon Corridor Draft Travel Management Plan Environmental Assessment. That is one long run-on title.
Yeah, good.
The document analyzes the direct, indirect, and cumulative effects from the designation of approximately 505 miles of travel routes on BLM-managed lands in Yavapai and Maricopa counties in Arizona. Travel routes may be motorized or non-motorized. The BLM completed public scoping in mid-2017 in order to provide the public with an opportunity to assist in the development of reasonable alternatives, identify issues of concern, and offer means to mitigate potential adverse effects from the project. Approximately 85 people attended 2 open houses and 52 comments were submitted for the BLM to consider. There's 3 agencies that also participated in the development of this project as a cooperating agency, including the Arizona Game and Fish Department and Maricopa County Department of Parks and Recreation. The BLM has analyzed the no action current management and 3 action alternatives. They identified Alternative C as the agency's proposed action, which approximately 211.6 miles, which is equivalent to 42% of the travel network, would be designated open. Approximately 186.4 miles of the travel network would be designated limited, and 107.5 miles would be closed. These designations applies to the BLM portions of travel routes only, and does not affect the status of routes on non-BLM lands. So what does this have to do? The Draft Travel Management Plan Environmental Assessment has been prepared in order to comply with the National Environmental Policy Act, which requires federal agencies to make informed decisions and can include the opportunity for public participation. So there is scheduled 2 open houses. The 30-day public review and comment period, though, ends May 22nd.
Okay.
So you definitely would probably want to go check that out a little bit more. We can share a link to that because that could impact your access to public lands.
Yeah.
Again.
Mm-hmm.
So the last thing for events for you West Coast people, AMRA, can't forget about our great sponsors and partners out there. They are having on June 2nd their Southern California AMRA dinner at the Plains of Fame. There'll be an evening of fun and excitement, dine and mingle among vintage aircraft, which is pretty cool to do.
That is cool.
This is all from that were flown through the Greatest Generation, so World War II era planes. But what's cool about the Airman Dinner is there's going to be numerous raffle prizes. Admission gets you a great meal, and they're even going to have a gun table, for items and silent auctions. And some of the prizes will include a 7 days at Roaring Camp, a 4-stack gold cube, 4-day Alaska trip, and a ton of other things.
That's cool.
So if you're interested in this, you need to go and RSVP by May 27th at AmericanMiningRights.com to purchase your ticket. An individual ticket will cost you $80. Mm-hmm. That includes dinner, drinks, gives you a voucher for 20 raffle tickets, as well as a door prize ticket. So pretty good value there, and you could even get a group discount on buying an entire table.
And their food is really good.
Yes, it's great food. Open drinks, adult beverages.
Cool.
That includes your adult beverages?
It does.
Really?
It's a great value.
All you can drink?
Oh, yeah. Within moderation, I'm sure.
$80.
Yeah, because, minors can...
Yeah, for $80. All for $80.
But yeah, you got to think, AMRA, they rely on the donations from their members and the public to be able to do what they can do.
Right. That is cool, though. That sounds like a great event for sure.
So you definitely check that out. But that's all we have in events. So back to you, Kathleen, for entertainment news.
We were just dying to do that.
Yeah,
That
that's
was
cool.
funny.
I like it, though.
All right, so I got my voice resting.
Y'all
I talk all
rested?
day at work, so
All
this
rested
is-
up now?
And at home.
and at home, so I don't get a rest.
Yep.
I'm rested, but I do
All right.
have entertainment news tonight,
Oh, entertainment news.
and Alaska's coming back. Anyway, and I didn't know this, in my bad. I just didn't come across it, I guess. But there was an Alaska reality show that debuted last month. It was called Alaska Treasure Hunters.
Uh-huh.
It was a pilot, and they're hoping it, catches on. But the new show featured people that I guess are familiar to Juneau viewers. So if they're they're known in the area.
Right.
The program, called Alaska Treasure Hunters, features 4 Juneau men as they explore and search for long-forgotten historic sites. The program has been well over a year in development and production. It was inspired by the popular Juneau Hidden History Facebook page that Joe McCabe and Brian Weed, I think 2 of the individuals, they started this 5 years ago. Weed, who serves as the historian of the group, he says it's not really a reality show. Instead, he calls it a docu-follow.
Ah, gotcha.
The places and historic events are real. Dialogue is not scripted ahead of time, and there is no manufactured drama among the cast.
That's cool.
The pilot
Yeah,
episode...
Ray was on that show.
Yeah. Was he on that one?
Yes.
On the pilot?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Interesting.
I watched
Yeah, I was going to say,
I knew
that's,
he was
yeah,
doing
he's,
something, but I didn't know the name of it.
yeah, he was in on that pilot, right?
Yeah, because that was in Juneau.
Yeah, I remember he was
it's
talking
in
about
Juneau.
that.
Because I was reading down the names, and I was looking for his name, because I knew he was on something. I was like, well, was it this? So maybe it was, but I didn't see
Yeah, he
it.
was on TV. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he must be one of the folks that they interview, probably,
Maybe,
right?
Yeah.
That's okay. Cool.
I wonder
but
if it's
you can't catch it on the Discovery Channel, their website.
Okay.
So
what about YouTube?
I'm not sure if it's on YouTube or not. I didn't mention YouTube, but they are watching social media to make sure that there's some stir out there. So you can look them up, their Facebook pages and Instagram and things like that. So yeah, they probably are looking at the how people are reacting to it to see if they want to continue it or not.
Right. Makes sense.
But the first pilot episode, it features a search for the lost Rocker Mine. This undercuts, I guess, a popular myth of Joe Juneau and Richard Harris as the first white men who discovered gold in Juneau in 1880. Well, according to the group, gold was actually discovered 13 years earlier by a man named Fred Culver. Fred died before he could come back and really stake a claim, so the pilot has them searching for Culver's mine based on all the data, facts, journals, and anything they can get a hold of. There's also items that weren't shown on the program that they discovered from Culver's period that could not have been left by Juneau and Harris.
Really?
So they say the show it isn't just about exploring old mines. They're going to be doing if it gets picked up, they're going to be doing other things. So they'll be traveling to old military installations such as World War II internment camps and old Nike missile defense bases. They'll go to ghost towns, old native village sites, and visit petroglyphs. Southeast Alaska fox farms. Know what that is. They're going to visit shipwrecks and plane crashes and abandoned gold dredges and trains. So I think that's pretty cool. If you really like Alaska history, it's not just about gold. It's just about history, and I think that's pretty cool.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah, you can go to the Travel Channel website, and I guess it's on Hulu.
Okay.
So
cool. That's one to look for.
So I decided to go in a little bit more on these fun facts that led me into my fun facts.
Okay.
Because I had never really heard of the Lost Rocker gold mine.
Mm-hmm.
You hear about a lot of them, and maybe I've read it in passing, but I decided that we would explore a little bit of Alaska's history.
And fun facts.
So in southeastern Alaska, 1867, Fred Culver and his partner, Wrangle, that's all I wrangle. They left by canoe and they went north. Mm-hmm. But their idea was to go to every stream they came to in Pan.
Okay.
Cool.
So someplace along the way, they found a stream that looked promising. So they followed the stream up into a small lake and yet another stream. So it wasn't long until they found that gold was really in abundance there.
Mm-hmm.
So they built a rocker, which we know is a wooden contraption to help get the gold. And they mined it there for 2 weeks.
Right.
But then they were attacked by a native hunting party. Mm-hmm. Culver's partner was killed and Culver was wounded. So he grabbed his part of the gold and just ran away down a creek. And he was able to escape by canoe. Anyway, the wound that Culver suffered took its toll, and it wasn't long before he just passed out and was left in the canoe to just drift aimlessly. But anyway, he was rescued by Hudson Bay Company steamer, and when he returned to the Washington Territory at the time, he did tell everyone about it. And then the next spring, he went back with an organized party to try to search for it. Uh-huh. So at this point, there's two different parts of the story. The first one, Culver said that Culver refused to recognize landmarks to find the treasure, and when the other searchers threatened him, he fell sick and had to return to Sitka. And on the next story, they said that Culver deliberately took the other searchers to prospect another creek first. Well, it didn't take long before the others became angry and abusive, and at that point, Culver refused to reveal the location. He did become ill. This is a fact that he did become ill, and he was taken to Sitka, but in both of these stories, and when he was returned to Sitka, he did die. Mm-hmm. Oh, but upon his deathbed, it's always a deathbed, it's rumored that he gave Mike Powers of Juneau the exact directions for finding the lost rocker. Mm-hmm. But, however, before Powers could find it, he was killed in a cave-in on some of his mining ground, and the secret died with him. So, over the many years, thousands of man-hours were spent looking for the Lost Rocker mine, and as late as 1903, the Lost Rocker Prospecting and Mining Company was formed in June to search for this site. As far as is known, it's never been found. Alternately, never mind. Alternately. They think it may have been found, but whoever found it may not have recognized it by the name, or were just unaware of the historical significance. Another possibility is that it was found, but the discovery was kept secret.
Right.
While the ground was all worked out. So this would be especially possible if this was a small deposit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, gold miners never keep secrets.
Right. Old-timers can still be found looking at maps, trying to find this lost rocker treasure. So there's a lot more information on that, and I thought that was kind of interesting. But that brought me to other stories of lost treasures in Alaska. Mm-hmm. Briefly touch on some tonight, but you never know. I may pick one for a closer look segment on one of them coming soon. So that would be on Sunday, I think the middle of May. I don't know exactly what the date is, though. Mm-hmm. But anyway, let's get started.
We'll announce it. All right.
All right. In 1892, $1 million worth of face value of gold coins were buried on the island of Attic by illegal seal pirates. So the coins were placed in small food tin cans and cached in numerous shallow deposits near the shoreline of the island. Uh-huh. So they said that nearly all of the cans have yet to be recovered. Another story. 2 men robbed a riverboat steamer of $13,000 in gold dust and nuggets. It was contained in an iron box, and this happened in the year 1890. Mm-hmm. It was aboard the boat. As they stole on there as passengers. They ended up stealing a chest from a locked room at night. So I guess they tied a rope around the chest, and at the end of and a life preserver at the other end. So they tried to make careful notes of all the landmarks, and they just pushed it overboard into the river. And this is in the area between the Tanana and Cochrines, where the Tanana River joins it. So they disembarked at the next rest stop and returned to the site, but they couldn't find the chest because somehow the life preserver had come loose. So now it's said to be sitting at the bottom of that river.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Another one. A guard on a steamboat carrying another steamboat won $40,000 in gold dust and nuggets. He stole sacks from the ship's strong room in the 1890s, and he buried the gold on shore while the boat was tied up at the Fairbanks Wharf. He was found out, tried, and sent to prison, where he died without ever recovering the treasure. So that's one of these secret treasures. Yeah. Another story, a young prospector, I guess he's only known as Frank. He accumulated a great number of fruit jars, and he filled them up with gold dust and nuggets during the gold rush of the Klondike in around 1897. He took a dozen jars home with him on a trip to Pennsylvania. He lived in Welsh Hill, Pennsylvania. But when he returned to the Klondike, he mysteriously died. But his intentions had been to pick up the remaining fruit jars and sell his claim near Dawson. Mm-hmm. And they said that the jars are still there. We think.
Another good treasure.
Man, everybody always mysteriously dies when they find gold.
Mysteriously.
They mysteriously died.
All right, do we have time for some more?
Go ahead.
Okay. Iditarod. I guess this is a ghost town. It's on the Iditarod River between the Yukon and Kuskokwim rivers. It reached a peak population of 2,000 at the time during the gold rush and was widely known as a gambler's paradise. Mm-hmm. Over $18.5 million was removed from the area's mines from 1910 to 1942, and they say that there's a lot of caches rumored to be hidden nearby.
Yeah, ain't that the dog race too? Don't they have to go through there?
Yeah, they do that big long Iditarod, and I guess there's a story about that, about is it polio vaccine? It's some kind of vaccine of some sort. I'm not sure.
I gotcha. That's why that all began or something.
Yeah, and they celebrate that race to honor and to recognize what the dog sled people did, because I mean it was a life or death situation, and then they did that trip, and I forget how long the trip was. Do you know?
I can't remember, but it's several miles, and it's not an easy trip.
No, it's brutal.
Yeah, because they traveling through all kinds of weather and stuff like that. You got to be able to, like, if you get hunkered down and something happens and you get, the snow really is flying and you can't do anything, you better know how to live out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty harsh.
Okay.
Stories, but I'll just.
Uh-oh. I think we lost.
Is she going in and out?
Yeah, we lost her again. We lost her stories. She'll fade back in. Give her a minute. It'll be like, and there's that.
An abandoned mine shaft on the north side of the Harris River.
We lost you again, Kathleen. Kathleen? Oh, man, we lost her again.
Hello.
That's happening more with this internet, Rich. Kathleen.
Has to be their Skype or something. I don't know.
Maybe it's just the Skype. Yeah, maybe.
Well, you guys remember when I was having trouble with that?
There she is. She's back. She's back.
What happened?
We lost you again. You just faded out like last time.
Shad is eating up the bandwidth playing a game.
Oh, there's your problem.
So I'm going to blame that on him.
Agree with you.
All the kids are home watching
TV, we have a lot of
video
teenagers,
games.
and we have a gamer downstairs. We have,
Yeah, we just lost you again, so go ahead, Dad. We got you.
What did you hear?
Oh, gosh, we heard story. That was the last word we heard.
All right, well, okay, 18 sacks of high-grade gold ore. They're said to be cached in an abandoned mine shaft on the north side of the Harris River, about 3 miles from the mouth of the tidewater of 12 Mile Arm. The cache was buried there, I guess, in 1927. Not much about that one. That one's not that interesting, I guess. But anyway.
Though. Yeah, a little more recent. 27.
Yeah, so you never know. Maybe one of these stories I will do a closer look on. Okay. But there was a lot of neat little stories. But
they're always neat stories. Enjoy them all the time. Good job.
Find some hidden treasure in Alaska.
Yeah, and because it seems like there are a lot of them. It seems like there's as many in Alaska as there is in Arizona.
I know.
Yeah, tell Ray if he sucks up 10 cans, don't throw them away.
Yeah.
Right, or fruit jars.
Yeah.
The fruit jars.
Fruit jars.
Can you imagine going and looking at lifting up the flap to your dredge and there's like 30 gold coins sitting there?
That'd be cool as all get out, wouldn't it?
It would be something.
That'd be the dream, Scott, wouldn't it?
Oh man, that'd be better than gold nuggets in my opinion.
Oh yeah, definitely. Mucho better. Cool, Kathleen.
That's the news.
That's the news. Well, awesome job. Thank you very much, as always. Now, I think we got time for this one caller, and let's take this real quick. All right. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, how we doing tonight?
Doing good, Nugget Brain. How are you tonight?
I'm doing awesome. Hey, I just got a real good announcement to make.
Okay.
I'll make it brief. I'll make it under 20 minutes.
Okay. All right.
I want everybody to go to YouTube after the show, not during the show, but go after the show.
Okay.
And look up Zero Discriminate.
Zero?
It's a YouTube Zero Discriminate.
Okay.
What is that?
There's a lady on there. Her name is Gypsy Jules. She does metal detecting, and she made a special announcement today.
Okay.
She is going to be coming to our hunt in Colorado. And some details on there, but it is awesome. We are going to have a YouTube star. She's going to be coming out and doing videos for YouTube. And she's excited to come, and hopefully everybody can come out and get in her video. She wants to videotape the weekend. We have the two hunts on Friday, 3 on Saturday, and 1 on Sunday. Mm-hmm. And she's either going to fly out or drive out, and she's coming all the way from Austin, Texas, just to see this and do it.
Oh, wow. And tell everybody again the date of that.
June 29th, 30th, and July 1st. And you could go to www.ats.org and get the form. And if you get in quick, it'll cost you $150. If you're late, it's going to cost you $170.
Okay.
We are going to have a silver hunt, a true treasure hunt. You're going to have to find a time capsule, and then you're going to have to go find the one that it tells you to go to. And there's possibly a third one you might have to go to win a special metal detector.
Oh, pretty cool. It's going to be a good event.
Yeah, we're going to have gold prospecting equipment. We should have, right now we have 4 metal detectors sitting here. I'm waiting for the manufacturers, the other manufacturers to send out metal detectors. Mm-hmm. So hopefully we're going to have 10 metal detectors this year. And we're going to have all kinds of good stuff for everybody to go home with. It's either going to be silver, a treasure chest, or metal detector, gold prospecting equipment. It's going to be phenomenal this year.
It is. That's going to be.
We could hold up to 148 people at the camp.
Okay. That's
camp.
That is going to be a good event for sure. June 29th, 30th, and July 1st.
Right. And zero discriminate.
Zero discriminate.
Gypsy Jewel will be here filming. She is a YouTube star, and everybody go like her page. She does anywhere from 1 to 2 YouTubes a week. It's metal detecting and everything else. It's just phenomenal what she's going to do for us and for herself and all the listeners out there. If you want to learn about metal detecting and see what is out there, she finds it.
Awesome. Well, we'll check that out, Wayne. Not a problem. You got it.
And I appreciate the show like always.
Thank you. We appreciate it. We're glad you listened, and we're glad you called in tonight. You know, we always do, Wayne. Thank you, brother, for that update. And like I said, keep us informed, okay?
Okay, I will.
All right, buddy. You have a good night.
Mm-hmm. Everybody have an awesome night. How does that sound?
That sounds even better. Take care, brother. All right.
Bye.
Bye, Wayne. All right, one more call. This is our little buddy. Yes. What can I do for you?
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Who you calling? What's up, Dennis Dayton?
Oh man, trying to get out of there, trying to get on break, trying to jump up and down like a chicken. But and then
I'm
just sitting outside enjoying this beautiful weather.
And then you get to go back
and
to
then,
work. You get to go back to
and
work.
then I only have 2 more nights. I'm back on days.
And Dan, you'll be back here on Wednesdays?
Yeah, you betcha.
All right, good. That's
we're glad you still pop in to sing happy birthday. Thank you for that.
Yes.
Well, I had to. That's all I had time for was that. I mean, because the window got backed up. You know how we got the drive-through up there in the lab.
Right.
Well, you know, my Wednesday night would have been complete without it.
That's right. Gotta...
too many of them wanting Big Macs.
Right. The fries are getting cold. You know, got to move, right?
Oh yeah.
Man,
I can't wait. I got my trailer packed and ready to go. I can't wait till I get out of here Friday night.
Oh man, where are you going? Digging?
I am Ohio bound this weekend. Me
and
Dave Brown and Bill and we are Ohio bound.
Man,
good luck.
You going for the gusto?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, you'll have to let us know later where you're bound to. Okay.
Ancient Chinese secret.
Ancient Chinese secret, huh? All right. Let us know.
Oh yeah.
You gotta let us know. What's up? Okay.
What? You're coming to Ohio and you didn't let us know?
I think he's just letting us know now, Kathleen.
That's not cool.
Hey,
Well, Dave got a hold of me yesterday and told me, he said, hey, let's go prospecting. I said, okay, where you want to go? He said, let's go to Ohio. And I went, okay.
But you don't know where you're going yet?
Oh, I know exactly where I'm going.
You know where you're going. Okay, gotcha. Like I said, let us know after the show.
Maybe we'll see you.
Yeah, maybe Kathleen and Shad and John will see you. You never know. Yeah.
Never know.
Never know. Stick around. You got a minute?
Oh, I got, I'm on break. I got like another 35, 40 minutes.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead and wrap up the show, so stick around. You can tell us where you're going, okay?
All right.
Off the air. Sound good?
Oh, yeah.
Sounds good to me. All right, everybody. We want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight, as always, to West Coast Wednesdays. And Dan, don't forget to tune in to Sunday night's show every Sunday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. And Dan, check out our Crony Club. The new giveaway is posted. Don't forget the Quarterly Nugget being sponsored by Dirt Hog. And then we got our patron giveaway, Quarterly Nugget giveaway, also being sponsored by Tommy Knockers Pay Dirt and our good friend Gary Bast over there at Tommy Knockers. So you got to check both of those things out. Very cool. Kathleen, wonderful job as always. And Shad, your co-anchor, did a wonderful job. So
moving on up.
You're moving up the ranks, Shad.
Promoted.
A promotion for Shad. Man, very cool. Awesome. So, Scott, thank you for making it tonight, brother.
Yeah.
Rich. Awesome.
Yipper.
Just make sure everybody tunes in Sunday night. Thanks again for tuning in, everybody. As always, we thank you. Have a great week, and we will see you all Sunday. Good night, everyone.
Good night, Gold Digger.
Good night.
Be sure to tune in next Sunday at 7:30 for another great show. For updates and more info, please go to www.prospectorsradio.com.
Gonna get that big gold this weekend.